Hello, my dears. Gather round, for I have a tale to tell. A story of an unlikely friendship between the mightiest and the tiniest of creatures. In this sun-drenched savannah, where life thrives in every corner, our story. This sun-drenched savannah, where golden grass swayed in the breeze, lived a majestic lion. Oh, how he roared! The very ground trembled beneath his paws. Roar! This lion, you see, was the king of the savannah. All the animals respected and feared him, from the tallest giraffe to the swiftest cheetah. His strength was unmatched, his roar unparalleled. He ruled his domain with fierce pride and unwavering authority, but in the same savannah, scurrying between blades of grass, was a tiny mouse, so small you might miss her if you blinked. Unlike the mighty lion, the mouse lived a quiet life, gathering seeds and hiding from predators. She was quick and clever, but often overlooked. Her world was one of constant vigilance, where every rustle of grass could mean danger. Yet she approached each day with courage and resourcefulness. One day, as the great lion napped under the shade of an acacia tree, our little mouse friend accidentally scampered across his nose. The lion's eyes snapped open. With a growl that shook the leaves, he snatched up the poor mouse in his massive paw. "Eek, eek, please, mighty lion, spare me, eek, I didn't mean to wake you, eek, eek. I'm just a tiny mouse, not even a morsel for someone as great as you." The mouse trembled, her tiny heart racing as she looked into the lion's fierce eyes. She pleaded for her life, her voice barely a squeak against the lion's low growl. The lion, amused by the mouse's terror, decided to be merciful. "Very well," he rumbled. "Run along, little one. You're hardly a morsel anyway." With that, he opened his paw, and the mouse scurried away as fast as her little legs could carry her. Days passed, and all was well in the savannah. The lion continued his reign, while the mouse went about her business, always keeping an eye out for the king. Until one fateful morning, as the sun was just peeking over the horizon, painting the sky in brilliant oranges and pinks, the lion found himself trapped in a hunter's net. Oh, how he roared and thrashed, but the more he struggled, the tighter the net became. His mighty strength, once his greatest asset, now worked against him. The king of the savannah was helpless, caught in a web of rope and fear. His mighty roars echoed across the savannah, startling birds from their nests and sending antelopes fleeing in fear. Who should hear his cries but our tiny mouse friend? Without hesitation, she scurried to the lion's aid. "Eek, eek, don't worry, lion, eek, I'll help you, eek, eek." The lion, in his distress, barely noticed the small creature approaching. "You!" he scoffed. "How could you possibly help me?" And would you believe it? That tiny mouse began to gnaw through the thick ropes of the net with her sharp little teeth. It was hard work, and dangerous too. Any moment, the hunters might return. But the mouse persevered, driven by gratitude for the lion's earlier mercy. Her tiny teeth worked tirelessly, gnawing through rope after rope. Though the task seemed impossible, she refused to give up, knowing that even the smallest creature can make a big difference. It took time and effort, but finally, with one last snap of her teeth, the net fell away and the lion was free. "Thank you, little one. I was wrong to think you insignificant." The mouse stood tall, proud of her accomplishment. "You're welcome, mighty lion," she squeaked. "I'm glad I could help." From that day forward, the lion and the mouse became the most unlikely of friends. The lion protected the mouse from other predators, while the mouse kept an eye out for hunters' traps. And so, my dears, this tale teaches us a valuable lesson. Can you guess what it might be? That's right. Kindness is never wasted, and even the smallest among us can make a big difference. Remember, little ones, no act of kindness is ever too small, and no friend is ever too unlikely. Now run along and spread some kindness of your own.
Well now, my dears, gather round. I've got a tale to tell you about a silly old farmer and his rather extraordinary goose. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village, there was a kind-hearted farmer who lived a simple life on his small farm. Another day, another dollar, but oh, how I wish for just a bit more to make ends meet. The farmer worked from dawn to dusk, tending to his crops and animals with care.
Come along, little ones, time for your breakfast.
One fine morning, as the farmer was feeding his animals, he noticed a peculiar new visitor. Well, hello there. Where did you come from, little goose? The goose had wandered onto his farm and soon laid an egg like no other. Blimey, is that a golden egg? The farmer was overjoyed. He could scarcely believe his eyes. I must be dreaming. A real golden egg. Each day thereafter, the magical goose laid one golden egg and the farmer's life began to change. With these golden eggs I can fix up the farm and help my neighbours too. Here you go, Mrs. Brown. This should help with little Timmy's medicine. But as time passed, the farmer's heart grew heavy with greed. One egg a day? Pah! I want all the gold now. He began to dream of mansions and fancy carriages, forgetting the simple joys of farm life. Just think of all the riches inside that goose. Why wait? In his foolishness, the farmer decided to cut open the goose, thinking he'd find a treasure trove of gold inside. Just one quick cut, and I'll be rich beyond my wildest dreams. But oh, what a terrible mistake that was. No, what have I done? The poor goose was gone, and with it all the golden eggs the farmer might have had. I've lost everything, all because of my greed. The farmer's farm fell into disrepair, and his neighbours no longer came to visit. If only I could turn back time and appreciate what I had. As days turned to weeks, the farmer learned the value of contentment and hard work once more. It's not much, but it's honest work, and that's worth more than all the gold in the world. And so, my little ones, remember, greed can lead to the greatest of losses. Be content with what you have, for it may be more precious than you know.
In a small village surrounded by vast rice fields, life was simple and serene. Young Mira found her daily task of watching over the fields quite dull and monotonous. Wild boars in the fields, hurry everyone! Oh no, quickly to the fields, we must protect our crops. Mira, there are no boars here, don't make false alarms, it's not funny.
Boars, they're back, this time it's real!
Again? Are you sure, Mira? We can't keep running for nothing. Child, if you keep lying, we won't believe you when it really matters. Be careful. But one evening as the sun set, real danger approached the village. Please believe me, the boars are really here this time. I'm not lying. Not again, Mira. We won't fall for your tricks. Enough is enough. The next morning revealed the terrible truth. The fields were destroyed. I'm so sorry. I've learned my lesson. I'll never lie again, I promise. And so Mira learned that honesty is always the best policy, no matter what. Please don't forget to subscribe. The village once again returned to its peaceful and serene life.
Hello, my darlings. Gather round and let me tell you a tale as old as time itself. Oh, how I love to see your bright eyes light up for a story. In a beautiful meadow, not unlike the one just beyond our garden, there lived two very different insects. A diligent little ant named Antonia, and a carefree grasshopper called Hopper. These two couldn't be more different in their approach to life. Antonia was small, even for an ant, but her determination was as vast as the sky above. Hopper, on the other hand, was a lanky fellow with legs perfect for jumping and a talent for making merry music. All through the warm summer days, Antonia worked tirelessly, collecting food and preparing for the cold months ahead.
Oh, Antonia, why waste such lovely days working? Come, dance with me. The sun is shining and the breeze is just right for a jig.
I'm sorry, Hopper, but winter will be here before we know it. We must prepare. There's still so much to do.
But Hopper paid no heed to Antonia's words and continued to play his fiddle and dance in the sun. His music was so jolly that even the flowers seemed to sway along, and weeks turned into months, the rhythm of the meadow unchanging yet subtly shifting. The summer sun began to lose its intensity, a whisper of change in the air, and a crispness filled the air, heralding the approach of winter. Before anyone could quite believe it, the cold winds of winter swept across the meadow. Poor Hopper found himself ill-prepared for the sudden change, his summer songs no match for winter's chill. And so, dear children, we leave our friends here with a lesson learned and a long winter ahead. Remember, there's a time for play and a time for work, and wisdom lies in knowing the difference. As the leaves began to turn golden and red, Antonia worked even harder. She knew that the window of opportunity was closing fast.
Antonia, look at all these beautiful colors. Surely you can spare a moment to enjoy them. The world is putting on a show just for us.
Every moment counts, Hopper. Winter is coming. We won't have this bounty forever.
Hopper shrugged off Antonia's concerns, certain that the good times would never end. But nature waits for no one, my dears. And then one day, without warning, winter arrived in a flurry of snowflakes. Poor Hopper, cold and hungry, realized too late the wisdom of Antonia's words.
Oh, what a fool I've been. If only I had listened to Antonia. Now what shall become of me? Antonia, are you there? I need help.
Hopper, is that you? Come in quickly. You'll freeze out there.
Oh, Antonia, I should have listened to you. What shall I do now? I have nothing to offer in return for your kindness.
Don't worry, Hopper. I have enough to share, but you must promise to work with me when spring comes. We can all use our talents to help the meadow thrive.
Oh yes, I promise. I'll work harder than any grasshopper has ever worked before.
And so, through the long winter months, Antonia shared her food with Hopper. When the first signs of spring appeared, Hopper was true to his word. He worked alongside Antonia, using his strong legs to jump and gather food from high places that Antonia couldn't reach. Antonia, in turn, taught Hopper how to store food properly and prepare for the future. They made a wonderful team. As spring turned to summer, both Antonia and Hopper worked together, creating a bountiful store for the next winter. But they didn't forget to enjoy life either.
Hopper, why don't you play us a tune? We've worked hard today, and a little music would be lovely.
With pleasure, my dear friend. This one's for you, Antonia.
And so, the meadow rang with the sound of Hopper's music, while the other insects danced, and Antonia tapped her little feet in time. When autumn came again, the anthill was filled to bursting with food, and Hopper had a cozy corner all to himself.
You know, Antonia, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually looking forward to winter now.
And I never thought I'd enjoy music and dancing so much. We've both learned a lot, haven't we?
Indeed they had, my darlings. Antonia had learned to take time to enjoy life's simple pleasures, while Hopper had discovered the satisfaction of hard work and planning. Together, they had found a perfect balance between work and play, preparation and enjoyment.